Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys my thoughts, and I'm going to show you guys some swatches as well on the new Revlon Color Stay Cream Eyeshadows. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so I think the lighting in this video looks a little bit different. I have been doing a declutter in my makeup collection, and so my makeup is in my bedroom, and so I've been moving my lights and my camera into there when I film those videos. So when I switch it back, I think it does look a little bit different, but I actually don't hate the lighting in this video, and plus it is dark outside, so I think that also is doing something with the lighting. But I don't think it looks that bad, so hopefully you guys don't as well. But let's actually get into what we're talking about in this video. So the Revlon Color Stay Cream Eyeshadows, there are I think 9 total, I'm not exactly sure, and I do have 6 of them. I think there's like a green one and a taupe one I'm missing, and then I don't know what other one I'm missing, but I do have 6 of them here. I got mine at different stores. I picked some up at Walgreens, some up at CVS, and some up at, I think it was just Walgreens and CVS, but I went to like 2 different Walgreens and I found different colors. So anyways, I do have 6 of them. I love cream eyeshadows. I love the Maybelline color tattoos. Those are like in the pots and the crayons. I really love those. The eye chromes are a little bit hit and miss as far as like what shade you're getting, the quality, but the crayons and the pots I'm really a huge fan of. I love cream eyeshadows. I think they're so easy to do. You can just put them all over the lid, kind of blend them, and then you're good to go, or like you don't even need to throw color in the crease if you don't want to. So when I saw that Revlon was putting out basically like color tattoos, I was really excited to try them. I have tried the Revlon cream eyeshadows in the little palettes. I don't know if I can, I'll insert a picture if I can find one. Those came out a really long time ago though. And those creased like crazy. So to be honest, I was a little nervous to try these because I was like, staying power, I don't know how they're going to do if they're that same formula. But I will say that these are better than those. These are better than those little palettes of cream eyeshadows. And what I really think is different and really cool about these is that they do come with a brush. So right here, you can just, I've used this one, so the brush is kind of dirty, but it just comes with a little brush that you can dip the product in and then just kind of put it all over your eye, which I think is really cute, and actually very handy because like last night I was at my sister's and I was doing my makeup and I didn't have like a flat eyeshadow brush. So this one worked perfectly. So that really comes in handy. And I mean, I like the brush. It's nice. It's like comes to like a little bit of a point. So you can get like really, you know, in your inner corner, and you can get a nice clean line. It doesn't get really messy easily at all. So I really do enjoy that they did put the brush in here. What I don't like is how thick the lid is. I feel like it's very bulky because when you open up the product, you're like, this is the actual product. So like the lid is just as thick as the container that the product is in. So I feel like most of this is just lid. So I would like the packaging is just lid. So I would have liked if the lid was a little bit thinner, but it's not. And it's honestly not that big of a deal, you know, but it is just something that I'm like, well, that would have been nice if it was like that. So let me go ahead and show you guys some swatches. I will show you a swatch with my finger and with the brush so you can see how it applies differently. I'm trying to get these in order here. Okay, so I have 705, which is, the names aren't on here. It's just the number. Yeah, they don't have the names on here. So this one is like a champagne kind of color. So this is what it looks like with my finger. It's really light and it does blend out to kind of like nothing, to be honest with you. But these are buildable. So let me do like a second layer and show you guys. And it just depends like how much you want to like really build it up. Okay, so then let me show you guys with the brush what it looks like. Now the brush does have the power to make it a little bit more like pigmented. Like right off the bat, this one with the brush was just way more like, it packed more of a punch than with the finger. I think the finger just doesn't really work that well with this shade in particular. I think the brush does work better. And to be honest, I do think applying these with the brush is better. So that is that one in number 705. And then this one is 710. This one is really beautiful bronze color and it does have a sheen to it. So again, that is that one with the finger. As you can tell, it's blended, but it's very like thin, I guess, and with the brush, it does make it a little bit thicker and pack more of a punch right off the bat. So then that's the little brush swatch right there. So again, the brush does make it pack more of a punch. And then I have 720. This one is really different. So this one is a matte brown. And I know Maybelline has a few mattes in their color tattoo line. But I love a good matte cream eyeshadow. And I really wish, I don't know why brands don't do this. They should put out like a matte nude color, because I feel like that would be such a dupe for like the MAC Painterly Paint Pots and Soft Ochre and Painterly. I just feel like if they would do that, that would be so genius, and people could use those as bases. So this is the matte one in, what are you, 7, oh my gosh, it doesn't even say on the lid, it says on the bottom, 720. Okay, and then let me show you guys what this one looks like with the brush. The brush is also really nice because of how pointy it is. You could put this one on the outer corner and then just kind of like smudge it inward. So that's the brush. Honestly, I like the matte formula better. I'm going to say that straight up. The matte one, I only have one of them that is matte. I don't know if the other ones that I don't have are matte. If they are, I would probably pick them up. Now, if they're shimmers, I probably won't pick them up, and I will tell you guys why in a second. This one is 725. This is a very like yellow gold, and it's very sheer. It doesn't really pack that much of a punch with the finger. Now, with the brush, it does a little bit more, and I don't know. So, okay, this one you can really see the difference. So, like, this is it with the brush. Let me just try to show you guys right there. Okay, so this is with the brush, and then this is with the finger. With the finger, you can not even really tell that it's there. Now, it is, and because of the lighting, it is a little hard to see, but with the brush, you can at least see something there, whereas I feel like with the finger, it does make it a little bit harder to see. Although I will say you might want to clean the brush off with a makeup wipe before putting it back in there, but that's just a personal thing. This one is really pretty. This is 730. This one is a really pretty like rose gold neutral type of color. Okay, so that's that one right there. Again, you can't really see it too much with the finger, but with the brush, because it does pick up a little bit more product. I'm trying to do this with my left hand and it's not really working. You can see it way more right there. Packs way more of a punch than with the finger. Again, I've said that a million times, and that is exactly how all of these shimmers are. Okay, so I have one more, and this is in 745, and this is like a true shimmery pink. I haven't actually used this one yet, but it's a really pretty, just like, I'm trying to show you guys the swatches, but like the color isn't really transferring off on camera. It's a really pretty shimmery pink shade. So then I think with the brush, you can just dig more into the product and pick up more product than you can with your finger. So that is the pink one right there. So that is the brush swatch, the one that you're seeing a little bit more, and then this is the finger swatch over here, right? No, this is the finger swatch, sorry. So that's the finger swatch of the pink one, and then that is the brush swatch. So as you can tell, you are getting way more product up with a brush. So, okay, let's talk formula. Now, these are really hit and miss with me as far as formula goes. To be honest, the like colorful shimmery ones, like this 725, the gold one, and then the pink one 745, I don't like these. They're very thin, and they just don't pack on a lot of color at all. 730 is okay. It's not my all-time like holy grail status one. It's better than these two, but it's still just not amazing. And the thing with the shimmers that really does bother me is that they do have almost like sparkle in them. Like they're very, very shiny. They're not necessarily metallic. They have like chunks in them. And so when that kind of dries down, it kind of gets everywhere. It gets into the crease and it gets up. So if you want like a really shimmery eye, like last night I went out for my birthday and I put this one all over the lid. And then I used the Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette, which my sisters bought me for my birthday. Oh, obsessed. I used the gold in that one and I packed it all over the lid. And this, like, even when I blended it, like, it just got really sparkly everywhere. Now, because last night was my birthday and I was going for like a dramatic look, I really didn't care. It didn't really bother me last night. But like every day for work, I don't want sparkles like everywhere, you know? So that was like that's a drawback. Now these three are probably my favorite: 720, 705, and 710. These are all on this hand. I think these two metallics are a little bit different. They don't have as much of like that chunky glitterness as the other ones do. And then the matte one is definitely my favorite out of all of them. I think the matte is the best out, like with the formula. It's even, it's opaque with the finger and with the brush, whereas the shimmers, you really have to use the brush in order to get a lot of product. This formula is extremely thin, and I will say a hair greasy, especially on the shimmers. The matte is not as greasy as the shimmers are. The shimmers have a very like slippery feel to them, whereas I remember like with the color tattoo like pots, it's very thick almost, and it's very creamy. These are extremely, extremely thin. So because they're that thin, you really do have to kind of like build them up. Now the staying power is really nice. I don't notice that these crease on me. That like I said earlier, that like little 4 quad cream eyeshadow thing from Revlon, I remember creasing like crazy. These don't do that, which is nice. They don't crease like an insane amount. And they don't really crease at all, to be honest with you. They do really lock in and they're nice. Again, these are nice products. I recommend 720, the matte one. The shimmers are okay. However, I would just go for the Maybelline color tattoos. Like the Inked and Pink from Maybelline is way better than this one, the 745 from Revlon. It's, again, like, it's just so thin. The formula is so thin that I think, at least for me, I prefer something that is a little thicker, and the whole glitterness in these, I just prefer something that's more like metallic and shiny and not so glittery. Now these are really pretty shades. Like, I don't have a problem with the shade selection at all. I think they did a really nice mix of like neutrals with a little bit of safe color plays. And again, this matte one is pretty, and they do dry pretty quickly. I mean, like, these are all dry, and I'm like rubbing my hand, and you know, none of them, like, I have product on my fingers, like it picked up a little bit, but nothing crazy, you know. So I do like it, and I have worn these throughout the day, and like I said, they have locked in place. These are good. I don't think that they are like outstanding by any means, but I am happy to see Revlon kind of try it and, you know, make their formula better than they did with the quads. So I think maybe if you see a shade that you really like, or you really want to try these, I don't know if you would be like, these are the worst things ever, why did I waste my money? But I also don't think you would be like, oh my gosh, run out and get these, if that makes any sense, because there are just like better out there. But that is that. That is my opinion. That's my review. So take it for what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. There is a bunch of new drugstore stuff that is going to be launching here in the next couple months, so make sure to subscribe because I will be reviewing a lot of it. I love drugstore makeup. That's why I'm doing a declutter right now, so I can kind of like clean out my collection before all the new stuff comes in and takes over, because drugstore makeup is like my number one. So I will always be reviewing all the new stuff that launches. And if there is something that you know is launching and you really want me to review it, leave that in the comments down below so I can do that for you guys, because obviously I want to share information that you guys want to hear. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to stop babbling, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!